Most people believe memory is a talent you're either born with or not. They assume that students at elite universities remember more because they are naturally gifted. In this video, you're going to understand why that belief is wrong, how memory actually works, and how high-performing students learn to remember far more without spending endless hours studying. The real difference is not intelligence, it is method. Memory does not improve by rereading or highlighting. Those techniques feel productive but produce weak recall. Strong memory is built through how information is processed, not how many times it is seen. The brain remembers what it considers important. Importance is not emotional intensity. It is usage. When information is used, tested, or retrieved, the brain marks it as valuable. Harvard-level students learn this early. They study in a way that forces recall instead of passive exposure. One of the most powerful memory techniques is active recall. Instead of rereading notes, students close the book and try to explain the idea from memory. Struggling to remember strengthens neural connections. The difficulty is not a failure. It is the mechanism that builds memory. Another critical factor is organization. Random facts are hard to remember. Structured information is easy. High-performing students connect new information to existing frameworks. They look for patterns, causes, and relationships. When information fits into a mental structure, recall becomes faster and more reliable. Memory also depends on understanding. Memorizing without comprehension creates fragile memory. When you understand why something works, not just what it is, the brain creates deeper connections. These connections are harder to forget. Timing plays a major role. Cramming overwhelms the brain and produces short-term recall. Spaced learning, where information is revisited briefly over time, strengthens long-term memory. Each recall session reinforces the memory, making it more durable. Sleep is one of the most underrated memory tools. Memory consolidation happens during sleep. Without it, learning fades quickly. Elite students protect sleep not because they are lazy, but because they understand that a rested brain remembers more with less effort. Distraction silently destroys memory formation. Multitasking fragments attention and prevents deep encoding. When studying with constant interruptions, the brain never fully commits information to memory. Focused study, even for shorter periods, outperforms distracted studying every time. Teaching is another powerful memory accelerator. When you explain an idea to someone else or even to yourself, you expose gaps in understanding. Filling those gaps strengthens memory dramatically. The brain remembers what it can explain. Emotion also influences memory. When learning feels meaningful or connected to a goal, retention improves. This does not require excitement. It requires relevance. When you know why information matters, the brain treats it differently. Over time, these methods compound. Memory improves naturally. Studying becomes more efficient. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you start trusting your ability to recall information when needed. Remembering everything is not about perfect recall. It is about reliable access to knowledge. When memory is built correctly, information becomes available under pressure. That is how top students remember more, not through talent, but through strategy. When you study like this, memory stops being a struggle and becomes a skill you can control.